to my YouTube channel. My name is Folake Agumbiade, aka the Customer Seductress, and I'm super excited to be back again on this channel. If this is your first time bumping into this channel, do me a quick favor. Look below. Yes, right below. There's a red button. Click on it. That's it. You just subscribed. Right beside it, there's a bell sign. Click on the bell sign so that you can get a notification every single time I upload a new video. If you're a frequent returner to this channel, thank you for always coming back. You make what I do pretty amazing. I'll start today's video by apologizing for my silence. It's been pretty packed. For the past 2 weeks, I'm yet to do a video. Well, I've been busy doing what I do every August and September. No, August, basically August every year. And it's a part of what I do as a professional, as a ministry expression, and generally as part of me, part of the many caps that I wear. And August for me is the month of boot camps. That side of Flaky that you don't get to see. If you're watching the video, you can see quite a number of youngins passing behind me. This is my give back to my world. It's something I take very, very seriously. I shut down my business. I shut down other engagements. For 2 weeks, I engage in mentoring the next generation of leaders that my lifetime will experience. So if you are yet to watch the last video, Heart Memoirs Part 4, that's it right there. You need to hurry there and check it out. It's going to turn your life around 360. Today's video, I'm just vlogging, nothing serious, and is The Teen's Mentor. Yeah, that's the title of today's video. We're just going to be exploring together what my work is in the area of mentoring the next generation. Some of the things I have come to realize being at these teenage camps, boot camps. A few tips on how to help you groom the best teenager possible for your family. A few tips for every parent that is watching this on how to build a responsible teenager. Now, I've been doing teens ministry for about 5 years now, 5-6 years, in terms of ministry expression, being deliberate about producing content, producing information that are relevant to the growing years of a teenager. I was inspired to go into this when my own children were growing into teenagers. And I realized that there was a gap. There was something I needed to do better. So I had to close one ministry expression to focus on this. I used to sing. That used to be my ministry expression. That used to be at the front burner of what I do in terms of ministry and giving back to God and humanity. But when my kids were becoming teenagers, I began to see the need to invest in them and other teenagers. So like I said, every August, I'm at boot camps. 2 boot camps to be precise. The first was last week at the HTH Edge Mastery Boot Camp. And the second is at the Ignite 2021 Mentoring Boot Camp with a dear friend and prayer partner, Etima Ume. So, what were my takeaways from this camp? And what tips do I have to offer you guys watching me today? One of the first things I've come to realize over the years of doing this, that every child is unique. Every child has their peculiarities. And if you are going to groom a well-balanced child, you need to embrace the fact that your child is different. Sometimes they are different academically. Sometimes they're different socially. Sometimes they are different intellectually. Sometimes they are different in their personality. And for you to service them and give them the right support that they need, you need to be aware of those differences and the peculiarities for grooming those differences. Secondly, I have come to a conclusion over the number of years I've been doing this, that the problem of the teenage years is not always with the teenager. It is basically tied to self-regulation. And like I always like to say, the teenage mind is not fully formed until you hit the age of 21 to comprehend certain things. Hence, the job of regulation lies with the parent, the guardian, the mentors, and the teachers. Every single person who is entrusted with caring with a teenager. Forgive the noise you can hear in the background. I'm not shooting in my regular space, but I said I need to make this video. It's not optional. I need you guys to be aware of some of the challenges that teenagers face and how you can help your teenager or every teenager around you. So, if you understand their peculiarities and you realize that they are different, then you will also realize that helping them regulate is not an option. Parenting is the only thing we do in life that we don't go to school for. If you want to get married, you go for premarital classes. If your marriage is not working, you go for marriage counseling. If you want to have a good job, you go to school. You go for a degree. You go for a first degree. You go for a second degree. But if you want to parent right, that seems to be the only thing we don't go to school for. Because really, teenagers cannot regulate themselves. They need you to regulate them. So, how are you helping your teenager regulate? Let me just have some of my teenagers wave. Wave, guys. Wave, guys. Are you enjoying camp? Yes. How do you help your teenagers regulate? Is the question that I'm about to ask you. Do you have the right tools to parent, to mentor, to coach your teenager to become everything they need? And those tools are not tied to just spending money on them or sending them to Ivy League schools. Those tools are tools that are essential to your growth and your ability to bring out of them everything God has placed in them. Have you equipped yourself? How many parenting books have you read? Do you know your child's personality? Do you understand the importance of spending quality time with your child? Do you help them regulate their time, regulate their emotion, regulate their social media, regulate their TV watching, regulate their friendships, regulate every single part of their life? Let me bump you and shock you with a quick statistics. In the 2 camps that I went to, the percentage of teenagers who had social media addiction was between the age of 9 and 13. So I began to ask myself, how is it possible that a 9-year-old is getting a phone with internet connection that is not supervised? There are no apps for making sure that they don't go to the wrong places. In that statistics as well, majority of the teenagers that had issues with pornography and masturbation started as preteeners with excessive use of social media. So I ask myself, you give a teenager a phone and you expect that that teenager will regulate themselves. You, as an adult, have you successfully regulated yourself? Social media. Have you been able to do that? So, my video today is basically to charge you. It's a short one. These children are the next generation that we are breeding for a better Nigeria, a better world, a better nation. And it's not optional anymore for us to build them without getting the knowledge we need to get. Way back in the day, it was popular knowledge that a village raised a child. Now, drivers, maids, social media, other children are raising our children. And we're increasingly becoming comfortable with it because we're trying to raise money. We're trying to work. We're trying to provide for these children at the detriment of their moral, emotional, social well-being. It's the lesser of two evils. It's the lesser of two evils. A well-balanced child is not an option. It's the only recipe for peace for any parent, any guardian, any mentor, any coach. Let's help our children regulate. Let's help our teenagers build the skills that they need to have. A lot of the teenagers in the camp have antisocial behavior. They don't leave home. They don't get to deal with life issues. They have not built resilience. So peer pressure is something that they easily embrace without any iota of questioning, critical thinking, or resistance. And that doesn't lie on them. That lies on me and you. I've committed to doing my job, and I want to encourage you to do yours as well. I hope I've been able to touch on a few points today that will turn around how you view the young adults that you're raising. Don't forget to like. Yes, give us a like. Yes, that's thumbs up. Comment. Type us a note about this video. What has blessed you? What has touched you? What have you learned? And share this video with your family and friends. Till I come into your faces sometime soon, it's your girl, Folake Agumbiade, aka the Customer Seductress, and the prolific teens mentor who is dripping glory back to back. I'll see you guys sometime soon. And don't forget to keep winning. Bye, guys.